Thank you for waiting. I finished checking your adventurer handbook. We have no other urgent commissions on the books at present. Thank you for all—
Amazing! Paimon never thought we'd end up having downtime and things were pretty hectic when we first got here. Everywhere you looked, it was either it felt like this whole region was one giant slime in a barrel, ready to go boom at any moment. Sure have. Things were looking pretty dicey, but in the end, we managed to turn it around. Whoa!
Ah, yes. Are you two aware that the Moon Prayer Night is soon to take place?
Oh, yeah! Well, wait. Why do you mention it, though?
You're partially right. Most people in Nausea Town, the festival was first celebrated by the Frost Moon Scions. On this day, they would also prepare food and handicrafts, and give them as gifts to others. Over time, it became not—
Oh, sounds like fun! Great! Well, in the meantime, when we first got here, you mentioned that we didn't get to follow up on it at the time, because we got wrapped up in that whole rare situation. Well, there's a saying Paimon's heard around these parts, which goes, if you lift up a rock, you'll find something you weren't looking for. By that logic, you'll never find what you're looking for while you're searching. Could be worth a try, though.
Rồi. Ui giời ơi, nó giật. Ôi, mình đi từ từ thôi được không? Giật quá. Không có kìa. À đâu, có.
Hey, she's sitting up.
Is me sitting here a rare sight?
No, we just thought you'd be resting.
Perhaps I would have been, were it not for the sudden arrival of some unexpected guests. Not that I consider it a disturbance. After all, you are the only ones who are free to enter. Would it not be a little unfriendly of me to lie down while we speak?
I didn't realize you put so much thought into little things like that.
Only sometimes. There have been moments lately where I think about you and your companions. They are warm, mysterious, and cozy memories. Very few of my past memories are anything like that. They say that travelers return home bearing bags full of souvenirs. But my luggage was empty, and I believed it would stay that way.
Return home? So, you're still planning on returning to the moon?
Yes. This planet continues to reject me, reminding me that I do not belong here. If I remain into that, there will come a day that I disintegrate. And I don't mean reduced to dust, or turned into food for the flowers. I mean—
Alright then. Well, we're sure gonna miss you. But it sounds like we'll have to say goodbye.
How do you intend to return?
The Moon Prayer Night is soon to arrive. On that day, the moon will be closest to Devat. The Kuvaki in this land will reach its peak at that time. I merely need to grasp the tide, and with relatively little effort.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It'll work like a slingshot!
You make it sound like she's gonna get blasted up to the moon.
If I did that, I suspect I would crash into the false sky. I will be using a much gentler approach, but I do like the analogy. It's fun.
You see? She gets Paimon's sense of humor.
In the blink of an eye, the time has come to part ways.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Time seems to fly fastest when you are enjoying it.
Since she's agreed to join the festival, let's go see who else wants to take part. Llama's gotta be the person most familiar with the Moon Prayer Night. We should start with her. Also... Hey, Llama! It's us! Huh? Varka? What are you doing here?
Beats me. I had a bit too much to drink last night, and when I woke up, I was on Hisi Island.
Mr. Varka is helping to oversee Nasha Town's preparations for Moon Prayer Night. He is here to go over some details regarding the decorations.
Right, yeah, that too.
What do you mean, that too?
Yes. Celebrating this festival is a long-held tradition here in Nodcry. On this day, the crescent moon at the top branches of the verdant crest turns into a full moon, and the moon prayer blossoms bloom with a special radiance.
It's an especially welcome event coming off the back of all that nasty business with Reup. Everyone got put through the ringer recently, and now they're looking to turn their fortunes around. The big shots in town all agree that a big, lively celebration is just what we need to rebuild people's faith in this place.
No wonder Catherine said that people weren't so bothered about the relic.
That's right. It's become more of a local custom. Even the Frost Moon Scions are eagerly awaiting the coming of Moon.
That's fair. It's a bit like the lantern ride in Liyue. It's a chance for people to enjoy themselves, not debate the existence of the Adepti. Oh, one other thing. We just went to see Columbina.
Wait, so... you mean...
Huh? What's this? They sure look like they're having fun.
I believe so. Kuhenki seem very skilled at playing drums like these, although I'm not sure where they learned it from.
maybe it's an innate talent?
What are these floaty things?
Moon veils. We hang them from buildings in the city during the festival. When you look at the sky through them, it creates a lovely misty effect.
Everyone seems hard at work.
They are preparing items for Moon Prayer Night. For instance, the sculpture.
Ah, there she is. I didn't know the finished article would be so large. Not to worry, though. All the necessary arrangements have been made.
You have my thanks. And over here, we are preparing a very...
Oh, look at all these colors! It looks great! Can Paimon try one?
Of course. I have...
You bet! Sweets and treats are Paimon's favorite!
If you included those in the Feast of the Moon, I bet Paimon would have joined.
There will also be verdant crests like this present in Nasha Town. The timing of Moon Prayer Night is not completely set in advance. As such, the wait itself...
Huh? Hey, over there! It's Durin and Albedo with Flints! What could they be chatting about?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ah, Grand Master, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello there. It's been perfect. We have some new volunteers for our investigation.
Wait, let me guess. The righteous Lightkeepers are finally ready to...
Yes, that too.
Yeah, right! Oh, wait!
Well, to be precise, the facts match, but not the causality.
Wait, so I guess right?
Half right! Don't act so impressed with yourself!
Maybe I can explain. We ran into Mr. Flint's north of Nasha Town. At that time, we just noticed a few abyssal creatures out in the wild, but the strange thing was, I didn't detect any trick. On closer inspection, we realized that they were not real monsters, but something akin...
Huh? What do you mean? Like, you could see them, but not touch them?
Exactly. It was very peculiar. They roared and tried to attack us, but we...
I think I've heard of things like that happening in Nodcry before.
Yes, it's a known phenomenon. Mirage...
You're right, I have noticed. There's certainly something a little fishy about this situation. Records indicate that this phenomenon can occur in the days before and following. The odds of encountering these phantoms are similar to looking up in the night sky. But this time, Yehoda's out gathering intel as we speak. In the meantime, let me check off some points of interest. First, the Abyss.
The ones we saw seem to be abyssal monsters.
Indeed. But we have identified one location where many more of them have made an appearance. And not given the scale and nature of the phantoms, it's almost as if someone's last memories are...
Oh.
So you mean the phantom monsters are hunting down the phantom humans?
Exactly. The phantoms can interact with each other, but we have no means of intervening. In addition, some of the human phantoms would seem to be from the very distant past. They claim to be from Hyperborea, a name which I've heard from Lauma before. If this is true, it means they must be from 6,000 years ago.
6.000 năm trước.
Did Paimon hear that right? 6,000 years?
It sounds like this merits further exploration.
That'd be a big help. I'll leave it with you, Albedo. My knowledge of ancient history is non-existent. I used to doze off every time the pre-nights...
It's quite a miracle that you were able to understand these phantoms' speech, given how long ago they lived.
I suppose you're right. But I'll leave the archaeologists to ruminate over that conundrum. Which, in this case, hopefully means earning myself some good favor with our dear lady.
So calculating. Whew, this intel broker logic always catches Paimon by surprise.
Sounds to me like we could split the work up.
I think the abyssal phenomenon is best left to Albedo, Flints, and me.
Agreed. It coincides with my duty as a lightkeeper.
For my part, I'd like to understand the abyss better. Even a little knowledge would go a long way.
This is certainly a rare opportunity to study the abyss. But even rarer, perhaps, is...
The curatorium will take the lead.
Kìa. Được luôn này. Ủa, giờ có phi thuyền rồi.
Well, what do you know? Yehoda was right on the money. This phantom really is your species. But that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists.
Ah, you're already here.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise. I thought you were busy with festival preparations.
I was, until one of our people informed me that a strange... No one's ever seen something quite like this before. I thought I should see it for myself.
Same here. Oh, so we heard that these things appear around the festival.
Everyone, our friend here should be able to provide us...
Is that a phantom rhymehorn deer?
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals and can even communicate with them. That's coming in handy now, for sure.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
All back together. Must have been a lot of fruit.
Indeed. Now let me ask them some questions. It did find a lot of wild fruit, enough for them to feast for a long while. This puffin circled in the air several times, but didn't spot anything out of the ordinary.
Huh. Well, it definitely makes sense to get a bird's eye view.
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that the world these phantoms see is also different from ours.
Tưởng đây là ảo ảnh chứ nhỉ?
Oh, I get what you...
Mình tưởng đây là ảo ảnh mà ta. Sao lại nói chuyện được à?
is this thing? I've never seen it move, and there's no...
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing, it's gotta be worth a fortune. Today.
Huh? You mean Paimon?
Yes, brother, I shall join you. Let's make our fortune.
We should go with them.
What the?
I'm sure we're all starting to build up an idea of what's going on here now that we've spoken to some of the people. These phantoms are reenacting real historical events in Nodcry. It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play. We can talk to the actors, but the plot is fixed, and we can't...
It makes sense. History is set in stone. The objective facts of the past.
Paimon totally thought you were just goofing around earlier.
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to conclude that although the Phantom spaceship is right...
Oh, no! Get away! Oh.
I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Duran. But as I'm sure you've noticed...
But we have to at least try.
And try you have. But are you aware of how many unsuccessful attempts you've made?
I wasn't keeping count.
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Or the 5th if we're only counting this particular victim. There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any way.
You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr. Duran?
May I ask a few questions?
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing here? What happened?
My guess would be that we are seeing Nodcry during the Conrian Cataclysm.
Conria.
That is correct. As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nodcry. Then, 500 years ago, the whole of Teyvat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nodcry was dealt a devastating blow.
I see.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave. The moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe.
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing I could do to help them, and...
That would be my guess as well.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar. The latter may be unseen.
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion.
Yeah, but we barely learned anything, though. Baloney.
Ê, tao hỏi
I understand your frustration.
nghe
We
gì không?
found the same issue. Each phantom...
Alo?
There isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history, no matter how glorious it may have been.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality. They shouldn't get in the way of the festivities.
Paimon agrees. And not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole conversation.
You look disappointed, Nefer. Is something the matter?
What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but the only one to gain anything from it was you, Lady Moonshanter.
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will gladly inscribe them in our people's documents.
Oh, duh! Yeah!
Only an expert in the Frost Moon Scions and their history can turn these records into valuable research material. The alternative is to let them gather dust on the curatorium's storage shelves until the pages turn yellow. Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating and sharing the profits is the best course of action here.
Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that.
Huh? But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Sorry. Shutting up. Huh? She's not here. Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time too? Where did they all go? Walkies? For Kuhenki? Oh well, looks like we just came at a bad time. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway.
Sao có mùi nguyệt thần cút rồi thế?
Kalamina, are you back yet? Oh, how strange. Right? It's not like her to spend so much time outside. Especially since she's worried about attracting unwanted attention. What about Luanatar? Luanatar? You think... Hey! Wait a moment. Is it just Paimon or is...
No, I don't recognize it.
Alas, your
The fuck?
free and easy adventure time is over. Now,
Whoa! Where'd that voice come from?
Not sure.
no, not that way. The final boss is right here.
What the...
The sniffer mole?
That's the final boss? Surely not.
Okay, the jig is up. I'll stop teeth. It seems
Ooh,
I've
Alice.
managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Oh, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
What is going on?
I've heard that all the big shots in Tibet have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexenzirkel, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us, so that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Alice? It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
You look like...
Oh, that's the first thing you thought. A little surprising, but that actually... Because that means that when Klee grows up, she'll be just as stunningly beautiful as her mother.
So she's a friend of yours?
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I see. Madam Mage, that was,
It's okay, Lauma, don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexenzirkel. She's a friend of ours. Yep, that's right. She's a good person, just kinda... unpredictable.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nodcry's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality.
You'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway.
Oh, I thought I told you already. This time, I'm the final boss.
Quả chùm cuối này hơi căng rồi. Bạn ơi, giúp tôi với.
And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. Oh, drat. My one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great Dodo King.
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
My body is so heavy. Are you out for a walk too? Huh?
What the...
The day has come at last. Have I grown so weak that I can't even sustain my physical form? But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here.
Come on, come on! Wait for me!
The Frost Moon Enclave. How much it has changed since I was born.
These decorations, they're so heavy.
It's times like this when you kind of wish men could be.
How fascinating.
Lướt lướt này.
So just fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out. The rest can wait till Moon Prayer Night.
Think fast. Rita!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions?
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
A plain, humble meal. That is always...
Huh? How come Lamatti got a midsummer berry dessert?
I don't mind sharing.
Hmm? They're sharing... I've never shared food with anyone before. Even at... And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions.
After the War of Funerary Flame, the Moon Goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. That's why the Moon Goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. To be more pedantic about it, the Moon Goddesses did something to offend the Heavenly Principles, and that's why they were ousted. Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the Moon Marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kufaki concentration here is high.
What do you mean, fortunately? You said...
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. Now, I said earlier that the moon goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat was lost. The same logic applies to the present moon goddess too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Deb, and she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by her hand or yours.
So, the rationale that once sustained her existence is now...
Wait, we did that to her?
Oh, well, strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world. Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Teyvat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection? But does that mean I'll have to rally all the Frost Moon faithful?
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now. Do you know her name?
Her name?
Yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that... Then your first job is to find it. As a moon goddess...
What a lively place. I've never experienced Nasha Town like this before.
Hey, you old geezer! Your ham is rusted through! Who are you calling old geezer?
Are they... quarreling?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free reign in the workshop. Can you even... You might as well use that hammer to mess up... Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your...
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question.
The surprise of her life. What a fun turn of phrase.
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a customer. Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer Night candy?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Oh.
Come back anytime. Right. Now, where were we?
I don't know why, but I still held out hope.
The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
This name thing seems super important too, but where do we even start looking?
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Thôi.
Columbina?
Yes.
Traveler?
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
Where are they going? They mentioned a mage and...
So, Mr. Varka, Are you acquainted with this Nicole? Or should I call her Mage N?
Ah, not really. We've never met, though she has come up in conversation. From what I've gathered, Alice kinda took Nicole under her wing. Taught her how to speak in a more ladylike fashion. That kind of thing.
Huh. Hard to imagine Alice as an etiquette coach.
Yeah. Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexenzirkel...
Hey! Don't go around making promises on...
I wouldn't dare! I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexenzirkel for...
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find her? We can't just go up to every woman in sight and ask, hey, are you Nicole?
Đây rồi.
Maybe something she's wearing will give it away? Like,
Wait a minute. Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt.
Oh, true.
That would be this young lady, then?
Hey there! Sorry to disturb you, but... Are you Miss Nicole?
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius. Alice might have mentioned me before.
Have we got the wrong person? Sorry. Oh, this is awkward.
When I shook my head, I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you.
Huh? Where is this voice coming from?
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me.
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet.
It's really you! Thanks for all your guidance in the past.
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is...
Nghệ nhân điêu khắc. Tóm lại là không nói chuyện sẽ là người quan sát.
No, stop! Alice! I can't believe it! I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. She always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member of the Hexenzirkel. But I could have sworn I deleted all of the triggering conditions for it. How did it bypass everything?
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once already, so...
Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to say, or...
Huh? Are they talking to this lady?
But will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction?
Sorry? Embarrassing? When?
Yes, my name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power. The Traveler and Paimon should be no strangers to this concept. There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
Alright! Paimon remembers her!
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty to fulfill. No. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not mistaken, you are here because you wish to learn how one might reach...
That's right. Is that something you can give us any guidance on?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the war of funerary... Or maybe not. It shouldn't be an issue. I'll fill in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, the Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant, even after the War of Funerary Flame. They sought to contact the moon goddesses beyond the sky and receive their guidance.
But all three had passed away by that point.
This mage has a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons?
Yes, but they did not know. And so, still they prayed. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of Kuvaki, at last they glimpsed the moons and heard their voices.
Alice hệ hỏa nhá. À đâu? Nico hệ hỏa.
But of course, they...
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents.
You're saying there's unreliable material too?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified over the years. There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure...
Makes sense. Alright. Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frost Moon Scions worshipped her as a god. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day... I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbina. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already begun to reject the...
Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well.
Well, that's a bit complicated. And how realistic their portrayal of Kutar seems. Amongst the Frost Moon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken. That being said, I have sensed some changes in her
Changes? Me?
Seems like this is getting us nowhere. For what it's worth.
Sure. Give...
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea. Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The three moons are not but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us. And Barca said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Centrone, right? Let's see. There's Barca. Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too. Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were...
so you've been waiting for us? Does this...
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name. But apart from that, it went pretty well.
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog know.
So, Barca was waiting on us, but what about you two?
Oh, no. We already met with her.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the phantom phenomena. She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
Ah, I see. Following instructions and making observations. Pretty common research method.
Wait, then who exactly are you meeting?
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand Master have...
Introductions are overrated. Especially in cases like this.
Mushi.
It's you!
So, it's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on everything that's been going on in Notcry.
Hat Guy? Turns out, I actually have heard that name before.
Oh? Then what?
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moons.
And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumeru Academia. Hat Guy.
Driosh.
Good to see you again, Mr. Guy.
You made it. Who is this?
a scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's...
Wait, this is the academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly look...
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it...
well, what do you know? So it does. All right.
It's fine. I expected as much.
What?
So as I mentioned in my letter, but this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation, the fewer people who know, the...
If anyone asks, I'm here in Notcry to pursue my personal academic interest.
Gotta say, Varka, you did pretty well to keep all this under...
you flatter me.
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He could not care less about us if he tried, but hey! The feeling's mutual.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his
fair point.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete...
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he cares about something...
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble.
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's...
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, entreating her...
That's pretty direct. Did the Tsaritsa...
Yes. I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Notcry is almost concluded, and we do not... Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing. Smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going to...
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly. But it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally... He has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, and the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, the only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something...
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir. You got so
Ugh, do not remind me.
Then I believe we all concur. Dottore will not...
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories. Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over...
Exactly! This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But does he care? That gas was poisonous! If I hadn't been there, who knows how many people might have died? And after all that, he left, while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time! The nerve! He wasted...
here you are.
Oh, that guy.
How come you're back so soon? Did things go all right with the Fatu?
Fine. Dotori's been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. Couldn't get much more than that. How about you? Any progress with the investigation?
Unfortunately not. We've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different...
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair, with no hope of being rescued.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those. However, we could not change their fates. At most,
the events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the...
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, well, mages, I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Have you seen a little girl?
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
No, there's monsters ahead. Wait, is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it. Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need...
So many.
This is a new development. I've never seen this happen. Stay back!
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana's her name.
Get out while you still can, you fool.
But I can't just leave her here.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. If I do find her, I'll get her to shelter and come back for you.
Don't bother. I've got no...
What's that noise? Monster!
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap. Let's try this.
Huh? That's
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name on it right there.
Durin, just like last time. Use the explosives.
It won't work. There's not enough left. But then...
That's my daughter's book! She's passed this way! I've searched and searched and searched.
I'm sorry. I'm so... he refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, all that awaits him now... Albedo? Hat guy? Let's try one more time.
Why am I here? What's going on? All these scenes running through my head. Where are they?
Huh? What?
His reactions have changed.
How many times have I... Huh?
You can see us now?
I feel like I always could, but that I only just realized you were there. But you were the ones guiding... I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths, I won't find my daughter.
What? No.
Yes.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out.
You've not seen my daughter either, have you? It seems she really isn't here.
I'm sorry we couldn't help you.
I'm just... tired. Maybe this is destiny. Maybe it doesn't matter how hard I search. How long do I have left?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20. Thank you for all your help. Let's rest a while. You look exhausted.
Now's not the time for you to start pity not.
It's not pity. I'm just realizing that I've only got... You say you're from Mondstadt, yes? Place, and you're from Sumeru, where they've built an account.
Yes, it seems.
Those names are unknown to me, I'm afraid. Yes.
I have, but I
see. That was where my ancestors once lived. What about...
I've never heard that name.
Then what about Salvindagnir?
I have seen that name on stone tablets on Dragonspine. But I'm afraid the only things...
I see. Sure enough, there was no way to turn this around. I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to chat, but it seems like we're...
It's alright. We did hear some...
From how you speak of your lives, things...
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. There's a lot... We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone get...
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you can relax. It's a nation, but if all you want in life is to seek knowledge, I guess it's pretty much...
That's wonderful. In other words, after this all-devouring black tide passed, humanity...
There you are. I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way. And I am delighted to see that you understand what takes priority, and that you're a vet. Okay, I'll try and keep it short. My senses are telling me...
Oh, cool! Look, what are we waiting for?
Patience. This was a sanctuary of great...
Oh! Like the place that housed the Eternal Moon's Marrow?
Okay, so what's the plan?
Alright then. I was planning to...
Remember what you were saying about priorities?
Fine. Simply put, we need 3 human representatives to successfully... Think of it as a test from the 3 moon goddesses to see if the entrants are qualified with the most recognized...
Pretty sure Lauma would ace that test.
I also have no doubt that the moon chanter would be qualified. But we would need 2 other people. Therefore, the most feasible method is not so much to follow the rules. But I've done some research, and it turns out the mechanism is rather crude. We'll simply need humans to...
I'm with you so far. How do we get the Kuvaki in them?
The easiest way would be transfusion. Take some Kuvaki from Nodcry's soil.
So we're going to... cheat?
Precisely. There are other methods, but this is the simplest one.
Huh?
Sorry? Does the idea of cheating
No, that's not it. I said...
Ooh, what is it?
It's about Moon Prayer Night. I figured out a way for Kutar to join in the festivity.
Huh?
But as Paimon said, we need to have our priorities straight.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is this really the best method we have?
If you think that's dangerous, wait till you hear the other methods.
No need, we're good. Let's go with this.
Very well. Kuvaki transfusion it is. Now, it would be rash to simply infuse the Kuvaki and hope for the best. The symptoms are similar to another condition that some people living here suffer from, known as So, before we execute our plan, once that is done, we will have to complete the resonance process as rapidly as possible.
What? No eating?
That's some hardcore fasting. They'll all be monks by the time they're through.
3 days.
Oh, it's so long! And we still need to find...
Fasting? What are they talking about?
Really? Don't you want to think this through?
Haha, count me in too. Miss Nicole has made it clear that this is the easiest way. The way I see it, there's nothing else to discuss. It's time...
Yeah, you're right. In that case, Paimon volunteers to be kept.
Then we'll start with you first, Traveler. Please. How's it going? Do you feel anything? How about now? And now? What about now?
You guys, it's not a competition, you know.
All right, I'm officially impressed. Even as a descender, you can withstand. It's like I summoned a giant stone titan to arm wrestle you, and your arm hasn't even moved in. In my last attempt, I infused 5 times the amount of Kuvaki required. Yes, safe to say, compatibility. You're next, Mr. Varka.
Sure.
Ông
Here
anh
goes
chuẩn bị
nothing.
cút này.
All right, I'll start where we left off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, wait a minute.
How's it going?
No, not great. I kind of want to puke. Feels like I've been drinking too much. You think this is funny? I just lost to a young lady in an arm wrestling contest.
My apologies. I'll lower the concentration and try again.
Oh.
How's it going next?
I'm not as dizzy as last time, but I can still feel it.
In that case, you wouldn't be an ideal choice, Mr. Varka.
Okay. Let's go ask some of our other friends then.
Không thì cho thẳng Alekino đi. Cho nhanh.
No surprises here, Miss Moonchanter. You're perfect.
I'm getting a slight headache.
Shame. You were so... Whoa! I'm itching all over! Allergic reaction. We can't...
Huh? Well, are you gonna...
The Hexenzirkel is an organization that cares for and protects children.
Is something the matter?
The candidates have to be human.
I guess that rules me out too.
Huh. Everyone except the Moonchanter got beaten.
Perhaps I could ask for volunteers among the
I'll see about talking to some trusted... In fact, I think we had some former fraud...
Can you give me the scientific explanation for how the test works? Then we can just zip through Nasha Town.
No.
Wow! No elaboration for once.
How about I contact the Knights of Favonia's garrison in the Wave Chaser plane? Shame to...
Strange. The moon goddess is clearly revered by many people.
She mentioned that the world has rejected her from the...
And when we fought the Rahier of Salnari, it seemed...
Also, Paimon's not sure revered is...
Gratitude, certainly. For my part.
It's basic reciprocity. She helped us.
Yeah. Even though she looked like she didn't care.
A review of the relevant data leads me to conclude that Miss...
Yep, you bet!
They really think so?
I'm super surprised that Columbina isn't her actual name, though.
I know, right?
Unfortunately, that's not our decision to make.
Columbina. That was the code name the Fatui gave me, but... Is that really all there is to it? Is there anyone left who will still call me by that...
Moon Prayer Night is getting closer by the day.
Then allow me to try.
Đúng rồi.
Huh? What are you doing here?
You contacted your friends via the Adventurers Guild. Sandrone has been keeping an eye out for something like that. Since I have the ability to accommodate a moon marrow, I should prove to be a suitable candidate.
Arlecchino.
When can we begin?
I see. We can begin right away. How was it?
Not at all.
Then it seems we shan't need to look for additional candidates.
Great! Cool. Alright, like Paimon said, the rest of us can take turns making sure the three...
Then, my job is to take care of the caretakers. I will ensure everyone receives food.
I'm ready as well.
The work is done. The sacred scroll shut. The stars grow dim, the people silent. The white sun sets, the silver moon rises. O path to the temple, appear now before us.
Wow! It really opened...
So that's what all this is about.
Come, let us enter.
It might be best to eat something first. Take care to chew properly.
They will head in soon. They will need to enter this gate. Huh? I cannot pass through. It has been 3 days. Can I really hold on and